The second principle that really helped me to succeed with my own business and grow it from 0 to 6-figure, that early on I decided to go smaller to grow faster. So let me explain what I mean by that. I really like this saying that says obscurity is a bigger problem than money. And I think that's very true. Because if you look at the businesses fundamentally, the ones that do not sustain and they don't become sustainable business, it's not that necessarily their product was bad or they didn't have money or they didn't have staff. It's basically there wasn't awareness around them. They were obscure, so people were not aware they exist, so they couldn't do business with them. So, if you really want to succeed, the first problem that you need to do is to grow awareness around your product, around your services, around your meditation, and larger companies actually have a very easy solution for that. So if you have a lot of money to spend, if you have a big corporations, what they do, they basically pour a lot of money into marketing, and they spend a lot of money on advertisement. And even if they have a mediocre product, over time, by showing that product to many people over the months, over the years, awareness grows around their product, and they eventually manage to make it a successful business. But obviously, this approach is not going to work for small businesses like ours, because we are so much constrained with money and time that we simply cannot afford to do that. So what is the solution in this case? The solution is that in order to succeed with small money for our type of businesses, is that you have to go small, you have to be laser focused, and you have to find your super niche. So the way that I look at it is that you have to translate your interests into a super niche, and then turn that niche into discoverability. So let me give you some examples here. Imagine you are a meditation teacher who like to help people release anxiety. So one way to promote your product or yourself is that you can say, for example, I'm a meditation teacher helping people release anxiety. So if you read that statement, just imagine yourself from someone else's shoe and they read that statement, and think about it, like how many apps are there, how many YouTube channels are there, how many teachers on Insight Timer are there that have created product around this very premise. And there are simply people that have spent the last 20 years doing this, and they have already built a large audience. So it's very difficult to compete with those people, to compete with such a broad statement. So now imagine you take your same skills, and then you create your super niche around that. So instead of saying I'm a meditation teacher helping people release anxiety, you can, for example, say I'm a postpartum meditation coach helping first-time moms navigate anxiety after birth. So fundamentally, you are helping people to solve their anxiety, to release anxiety and solve their anxiety issues. But in this case, you have created a super niche for yourself. You're not just a meditation coach, you're a postpartum meditation coach, and you don't work with anyone. You work only with first-time moms that want to navigate anxiety after birth. So if imagine if someone who had a woman that just had who had anxiety and just had their first baby, and they read about this statement and they have anxiety and they read about it. So there's no way that they won't at least be interested in better know interested in to look at your services to and know what you're offering. So your super niche basically becomes a gateway that people can discover you. So you basically create a super niche and you eliminated competition without spending much money on marketing. And I think that's a great way to get started. And obviously, once you create this super niche, you can You don't have to stick with that. You can also, if you're succeeding with that, you can start to get broader and also include other people as well. But I think as a starting point, super niche is very important. So the goal, if you put it in a different way, the goal is not to reach everyone, but the goal is to become the obvious choice for a specific group of people. So I think this is very important, and you have to, if you have never gave a thought to this, you have to do that in your business, and I believe that's going to help you.